It's a beautiful morning and a beautiful one to be alive, and I'm so excited to be speaking to you today. My name is Simon Matthew, and you're welcome to Morning Charge with Simon Matthew. Feel free to um, listen to or watch other editions of the show on our channel on YouTube uh, called the Limitless TV channel. Feel free to listen to the previous editions of the show that we've had there. Something interesting is really happening lately, and I felt I should draw attention to it with the intention of helping people understand the need to, with the intention of helping people to do the needful. As a trainer, one of the things I've come to understand or discover lately is that I notice a lot of persons just take up learning um, certain learning opportunities, not really with any defined need in mind before taking up those opportunities. Some of them just felt, well, I see this opportunity, sounds good, let me take it. Be it free opportunities, and some would even go the extra mile of paying for those opportunities. And the result would eventually come out because at the end of the day, they take those opportunities and they don't do anything with it. Some of them don't even, at the end of the day, cannot be able to practice what they just learned. And the reason is very simple. You you can only proffer solution to the need that you have discovered. You can only proffer solutions to the need you have discovered. Apart from that, um, you can only address what you have discovered about yourself. And learning becomes meaningful if it is tailored towards meeting your learning need. If the reason for if the reason for taking up that opportunity, that learning opportunity or that training opportunity is not is it has, if it has nothing, if it is not inspired by a need that you have, you may not be able to do well. And that's what I've discovered. A very good example is a case that I had recently of somebody who signed up for my course, and one of the trainings I partnered with somebody to do. And before you know it, when it was time for feedback, this person started saying all kinds of things in class, how the class was not of benefit to him, as in how the class didn't meet up to what his expectation, and how what was taught was not even up to what he spent. If I should tell you guys how much he spent, uh, you want to wonder. A class that lasted for 1 week. Now, but that's not the point. The point is, I decided I saw that feedback as an interesting feedback, and I decided to probe further. So I engaged him on a one-on-one, and he started saying things like, I started by asking him, okay, how long have you been doing this? And he said less than a year. I said, okay. So what exactly was your need before you signed up for this program? Because the interesting thing about him is that he was one person I told him categorically that if you're not convinced that you need this particular program, please don't sign up for it. And he still went ahead and signed up. And he's now here saying what he's saying. I asked him that question. If it were somebody who has reason for signing, or he has a definite need for signing up for that program, he would have told me categorically that, okay, this was the reason why I signed up for the program. But he couldn't say it. It was after so many back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, he now eventually just mumbled up something that, okay, it was because of this. And that particular thing he said was his reason for signing up was actually taught in class. You understand? What is that? What does that simply tell me as a trainer? Sometimes as a trainer, as a teacher, sometimes students think they can play fast one on their teacher. All right. They think they can play fast one on their teacher. A student who is following, a teacher would know. A student who is just not following, who is not taking any information serious, a teacher would know. And it was then I knew that this guy didn't really he didn't really have, he just saw something and he felt, well, this would be of help to me without really defining what kind of help he actually needed. So what does this tell you? Before you pick up that book to read, before you embark on that adventure to learning something new, please first define your need. Ask yourself this set of questions. Why do I want to take on this training? What do I really need it for? Do I need it because I want to learn something new? The something new that I want to learn, is it going to be of value? Will it help increase my productivity? Because the essence of learning is to improve upon your capacity or your ability to produce more. Or do I just want to embark on this adventure of learning because I want to add to my certifications? If it is just for you to add to your certifications, please don't bother, because the world has gone beyond that. The world is now, even though in some places there are still emphasis on certifications, and all of certifications is very good, but the certificate that cannot be backed up by action, by the right action in this sense, by your ability to practice, would not make any sense. So please, I encourage you, first define your need. It is not about how many books you read in a year that matters, but it's about how those books are able to transform your life as a result of you practicing those things that you've learned. That's why I tell people, I said, see, whatever book, whatever training it is that you cannot practice, that's why they call them I call such kinds of trainings that you can practice, I call them hands-on training. If they are not hands-on, if you cannot practice them, if you cannot practice, there's no point. If you cannot apply those principles to the real life, except you just want to read for the sake of maybe learning about history. Even with history, learning about history too is important, because it will help you know what they did in the past, what you can do now to avoid some of the things that they did in the past. That is practice. Please, if you cannot practice, there's no need, there's no point. If what you're about to learn will not add any value to your life, or will not make any meaning to what you want to do right now, there is no point. It will be another jamboree per se. It will be another adventure, another wasteful adventure, and you don't have all the time in the world to waste. Time is becoming shorter every day. The life expectancy is getting shorter and shorter. Lifespan is getting shorter and shorter. So the question is, what kind of life do you want to live before? What kind of life do you want to live before you go to the great beyond? Do you just want to spend resources, spend your hard-earned resources, spend your life on adventures that will lead to nowhere? Think about this and begin to do the right thing. Once again, it's not about the number of books you read, it's not about the number of certifications you read, but it is about how those things are able to transform your lives, or how those things are able to put you in a level where you are more productive. If the ultimate goal is not to increase your capacity to produce more, if the ultimate goal is not for you to learn what happened in the past in order for you to be able to avoid certain things or implement certain things that will help your life become better, please, dear listener, don't bother spending a dime on those things because it will be another wasteful adventure. So I hope you've learned something in this particular episode. Until I come your way again, this is Simon Matthew urging you as always to please keep living the limitless life. God bless you.